a person, the person becomes the most fortunate, the proudest in the world of fairies, fantasies, poetic creativity, and all the worldly and unworldly literature of a genius. Recently, in the year 2016, we observed Shakespeare's 400th death anniversary. We do not read Plutarch's parallel lives, nor do we read Hollinshed or Edward Hall or Thomas More. We simply read, recite, enact, and live upon the dialogues of Shakespeare, having subtle nuances because of manipulation of history, which no generation has ever failed to recognize, acknowledge, and thank. Ben Jonson would say, Shakespeare is for all times, for all ages. Most of his plays were written in very bad quarters and were undocumented. There was no proof that he wrote them. Have been converted, reconstructed to good quarters and good folios. That's what we read about Shakespeare's plays. So born in 1564 at Stratford-upon-Avon river in the county Warwickshire, Shakespeare earned a very big name called Bard of Avon. Bard means poet of Avon river. His first work came in the form of Venus and Adonis and Rape of Lucrece in the year 1593. In his Globe Theatre, which was constructed in the year 1599, he used to enact some plays which he would script. It was a typical playhouse of Elizabethan age. He used to write for mass as well as class, for elite, for critics, for public administrators, for queen on one hand, and on the other hand for sailors, soldiers, tards, dawds, robbers, and all types of people available in this world. He mirrored the contemporary English society of richness and lavish lifestyle, from kings and queens to rags. His work can be divided into 4 phases. The first from 1587 to 1594, in which he wrote 10 plays like Richard II, then Comedy of Errors, or Midsummer Night's Dream. In the second phase from 1594 to 1601, he wrote 12 plays. It was a golden period of his life, the most productive phase of his life, in which he wrote Merchant of Venice, Twelfth Night, Much Ado About Nothing, As You Like It, then 154 sonnets. In his third phase, from 1601 to 1609, he wrote 10 plays, which were like Othello, Macbeth, then Hamlet, King Lear, mostly tragedies. And in his last phase, from 1609 to 1630, he wrote plays like Pericles, Tempest, Henry VIII, Winter's Tale. So in all, he gave us 37 plays, 154 sonnets, and 2 narratives before he passed to heavenly abode on 23rd of April 1660. People say that his date of birth and date of death remain the same, that is 23rd. If you get a chance to go to Stratford, which is near London, you can find a graveyard in Holy Trinity Church, where you can find his tombstone reading, "Good friend, for Jesus' sake, forbear to dig the dust enclosed here. Blessed be the man that spares these stones, and cursed be he that touches or moves my bones." If you read Shakespeare's, this is his grave, if you read Shakespeare's sonnets, which were written in iambic pentameter of 14 lines each, from 1 to 126 written for a fair youth, from 127 to 154 written for a dark lady, all with 3 quatrains and 1 couplet. Now we talk about the characters of Shakespeare. When we read Falstaff or Malvolio or Shylock or Portia as Balthazar in courtroom, each character has got a subtle nuance of human error, be it melancholy, be it tragedy, be it comedy. Let us watch one video of Portia acting as Balthazar in a courtroom where she saves Antonio from Shylock. Let us watch this video.
A little.
Portia.
There is something else.
Shylock. A Jew.
Wrong. Does give you here no drop of blood.
Without a drop of blood, you take
The
the
words expressly are pounded flesh. Take then your body, take then your pound of flesh, and in the cutting of it, if You do shed one drop of Christian blood. Your lands and goods are by the laws of men's confiscated, and to the state of theirs.
Right, Judge. Mark 2. Learned Judge.
Even Bassanio, who is a husband, doesn't know that
Yourself,
she is actually Portia. She has disguised herself as a boy,
or
Balthazar.
as you owe John justice, be assured, you shall have justice more than you desire.
And just 1 pound, not even a hair's weight more. Now he wants his money back.
Pay the bard twice.
No?
Here's the money.
Soft, the
Is it
Jew shall
total?
have all justice, no haste. He shall have nothing but the penalty. Therefore prepare you to cut off the flesh. Shed there no blood, nor cut you less nor more, but just a pound of flesh. If you take more or less than a just pound, even so much as makes it light or heavy, in the substance or division of the 20th part of one poor scruple, nay, if the scale do turn in the estimation of a hair, you die, and all your goods are confiscated.
A second done. Now and for then I have you all back in.
Why does the Jew pause?
Shall I begin with
You shall have nothing but your forfeiture, to be so taken at your hand.
Why then the devil give him punishment? I'll stay, no longer question.
Carried through the law has yet another hold on you. It is enacted in the laws of Venice. If it be proved against an alien that by direct or indirect attempts he seek the life of any citizen, the party against which he does contrive shall seize 1/2 of his goods. The other half comes to the privy coffer of the state. And the offender's life lies in the mercy of the Duke only, against all other goods. In which predicament I say you stand? Down. And beg mercy of the Duke.
His face. And what shall we say about a fairy world? The king is Oberon. He tells his assistant Puck to bring a flower which is called love and idleness flower, shot at by Cupid, the juice of which, if dropped on somebody's sleeping eyes, the person when opens or wakes falls in love with the thing which he sees. So when Puck brought that flower, the king put that in his queen's Titania's eyes. And when she woke, guess what happened? And said, whatever you see when you wake, be it wolf or bear or bat or snake, when you wake up is your dear. So wake when some wild thing is near. Titania opened her eyes, first she saw a donkey, she fell in love with donkey. In Midsummer Night Dream. Or when we talk about a monologue in Hamlet, this above all, to thine own self be true. It is a monologue told by Polonius. Now this is Enobarber's comment on Cleopatra's character in Antony and Cleopatra. Age cannot wither her, no custom stale her, infinite variety. Or when Lysander in Midsummer Night Dream falls in love with Hermia and elopes with her, he says, the course of true love never did run smooth. And when Puck put that same love potion in the eyes of Lysander instead of Hermia, he falls in love with Helena. And now there is a huge fight between Hermia and Helena that she stole her lover's heart from her. Just watch this video. It's Hermia. It's Helena.
You,
Both were friends.
Jacques, you canker person, thief of love, what have you come by night and stolen my love's heart from me? Foulness says, have you no modesty, no maiden shame, no touch of bashfulness? What, will you tear and place your dances from my gentle tongue? Fie, you counterfeit, you puppet!
First, he saw Helena, that's why.
How low am I? I am only so low that my neighbours can reach up to thine eyes. It's all foolishness. I am a right mate for my coward. Yeah, that's what I'm struggling. He followed you for love, I followed him. But he had chid me hence, and threatened me to strike me, spurring me to kill me too. And then, someone let me quiet go to Athens when I bear.
Trying to make her understand, she didn't steal her love.
Fond I am. Like it. God, who is that came to see a foolish heart that I leave here behind? What's with Lysander? Demetrius.
Be not afraid, she's hungry, not hardly. Helena herself, she shall not, though you take a part.
But she's angry, she's keen and shrewd. She was a vixen when she went to school. And though she be but little, she is fierce. Little again. Nothing but low and little. Why would you suffer her to flop these thus? Counter her.
Get you, God, you dwarf!
And never in your life you forget to read Henry IV Part 1, in which there is a fat fellow named Falstaff. Now he is explaining to Prince Henry what is the meaning of real word honor. Honor is nothing, it's zero. He is mocking at this word honor. Just see, this Falstaff.
Yes, but how if honour prick me off when I come on? How then? Can honour set to the leg? No.
Or an arm.
Or an arm?
Take away the grief of a wound.
Well, take away the grief of a wound.
Has no role in surgery then.
Honour hath no skill in surgery then. No.
This is
What
catechism.
A word. What is that word? Honour. What is that? Honour. Error. A trivial reckoning. Who hath it? He that died a Wednesday. Doth he feel it? No. Doth he hear it? No. Is it insensible then? Yea, to the dead, but doth it not live on with the living? No. Why? Detraction will not suffer it. Therefore, I'll know it. Honour is a mere detraction.
Here ends the catechism.
So ends my catechism.
So in 12th night, there is a duke called Orsino, who is in love with a lady Olivia in unrequited one-sided love, and says, if music be the food of love, play on, give me excess of it, that's a fitting, the appetite may sicken, and so die. That strain again, it had a dying fowl, oh, it came over my ear like a sweet sound. Or, Julius Caesar had said in the play, a coward dies 1,000 deaths, a gallant never tastes of death but once. Do you remember Jacques in his monologue when Orlando had been to bring Adam to Duke Senior's camp? He said all the world's a stage. He gave 7 stages of a man from childhood to second childhood. Let's watch this video in which he explains 7 stages of man. Duke Senior.
Universal theatre
Jacques.
possess more woeful pageants than the scene wherein we play it.
All the world's a stage, and all the men and women merely players. They have their exits and their entrances, and one man in his time plays many parts, his acts being 7 ages. At first, the infant, mewling and puking in the nurse's
Chapter 1 to
arms,
5.
and then the whining schoolboy, with his satchel and his shining morning face,
I mean, childhood, what?
creeping like snails,
He doesn't want to go school.
unwillingly to school. And then the lover,
You are
sighing like furnace, with a
adolescent.
woeful ballad made to his mistress's eyebrow. And then the soldier, full of strange oaths
Teen,
and bearded
20th.
like the pard,
20
jealous
plus.
in honour, sudden and quick in quarrel, seeking the bubble reputation, even in the cannon's mouth. And then the justice,
30 plus.
its
After
bare
marriage.
round belly with good capon line, with eyes severe and beard of formal cut, full of wise saws and modern instances, and so he plays his part. The 6th page shifts
40 plus or
into
45
the
plus.
lean and slippered pantaloon, with spectacles handsome nose and pouch-up size, his youthful hose well saved, a world too wide for his shank, and his big, manly voice turning again toward childish
60 plus.
pipes and whistles in his sound. Last scene of all
Hold it.
that ends this strange
Sans means without.
history
Sans means without.
is second childishness and near oblivion. Sans teeth,
Without teeth.
sans eyes,
Without eyes.
sans taste,
Sans taste.
sans everything.
Now this is Orlando writing Rosalind, and this is Ganymede, and this is Eliana. Right? Next is a very humble Sylvius, and this a very proud Phoebe, and the last but not the least is Touchstone and Audrey. And now let us understand the play, which is As You Like It. We are going to learn about William Shakespeare's play As You Like It. This play was written roughly between 1598 and 1600. By that time, Shakespeare had already written Merchant of Venice, Richard II, Romeo and Juliet. By that way, he was mature enough to compose a comedy. As You Like It is a comedy in which, first of all, let us come to the dramatis persona, means the characters in the play. First, the Duke Senior, who was banished in the forest of Arden. Why? I will let you know a bit later. His daughter is Rosalind. Amiens and Jacques are two lords attending to Duke Senior. Duke Frederick is the younger brother of Duke Senior. So there are two brothers, Duke Senior and Duke Frederick. Celia is daughter of Duke Frederick. Who is daughter of Duke Senior? Rosalind. Sir Roland de Vise was a very respectable person, a noble man, a good friend of Duke Senior. He has three sons: Oliver, Jacques, and Orlando. This Jacques has nothing to do with that Jacques. That Jacques is a lord attending to Duke Senior. It is a coincidence. Shakespeare has given a name to one of the brothers, Oliver, Jacques, Orlando. Once again, Duke Senior's daughter, Rosalind. Amiens and Jacques, Duke Frederick, younger brother of Duke Senior. Celia, daughter of Duke Frederick. Sir Roland de Vise is no more. His three sons named Oliver, the eldest one, Jacques, the middle one, and the youngest, Orlando. Charles, a wrestler in Duke Frederick's court. Adam, a servant of Orlando. Actually, Adam was servant of Sir Roland de Vise. After his death, he became servant of Orlando. This Roland de Vise family was very rich, and they were very prosperous people. They had got a lot of estates. Got my point? Then he comes to Touchstone. Every duke keeps a joker, a clown, in their court to let them entertain. So there were two entertainers in Duke Frederick's court. Touchstone, the joker, he would mock, he would make others laugh, and other was Charles, a wrestler. That there would be many who would come for a combat in that wrestling arena. They would fight and win credits. That was a sort of entertainment for them. Then there is Audrey, a country girl. Then Corin, a shepherd. Sylvius, again a shepherd. Phoebe, a shepherdess. Hamlet, the lord who solemnizes marriages. Pandit. Ganymede, Rosalind's name when she disguised herself as a man named Ganymede. Eliana, is the other name of Celia, the original one, and Helena is revised. Now we will come to the story. It is the story of a French kingdom, the name unknown. The name of the kingdom has not been given by Shakespeare, which was ruled by Duke Senior. People were very happy in his rule. It was like a Ram Rajya. But his younger brother Duke Frederick was a wild politician and wanted to dethrone his elder brother. We call it usurping. So at last, he usurped in Duke Senior's throne and sent Duke Senior to banishment, to exile in a dense forest called Forest of Arden. In banishment to the Forest of Arden. It was a big forest. I have made the boundaries of Arden this way intentionally. I will let you know why. It was a dense forest somewhere secretly with a few lords like Amiens and Jacques and a few servants. The Duke Senior resigned to the Forest of Arden and Duke Frederick became the king. By that time, Rosalind and Celia were quite young. And Duke Frederick wanted that Rosalind should not follow Duke Senior and she be in the court with Celia. As Celia and Rosalind were not only good cousins but they were good friends. Almost at the same age. So right from the childhood, so Rosalind was retained in the court, in the palace. Duke Senior went to Forest of Arden. The entire story, as you like it, you will come to know throughout. The title itself suggests that there is no revolt, there is no protest. It is all in love, or maybe in blind love, or in virtual love, or in proxy love, or somewhere in real love. That all these things are happening. Okay, my younger brother doesn't want me to do this place as you like it. I move from this place. No, along with you, only the lords and servants will go, not your daughter. Rosalind will be retained here only. As you like it. So they left. So the story grew by that manner. Coming to this part, Roland the Wise estate, which is this. I was talking about Duke's palace, which is this. In the Duke's palace, three royal persons who are living in are, first is Duke Frederick, then Rosalind and Celia. Celia is going to be the natural heiress of this palace, of this kingdom. Not Rosalind. Because now the king is but Rosalind was a very gentle lady who grew up along with Celia and she was very kind. She never had that ambition, nor Celia had that, and both were great friends right from their childhood. Now I talk about Roland the Wise state. While Duke Senior was the ruler, Roland the Wise was a very prosperous person. Due to some reason he died. By that time his three sons were quite young. Oliver the eldest one. So he willed his property to the eldest son Oliver. By taking a promise that he will take care of Jacques as well as Orlando, especially Orlando, who was very handsome and who had learned all the skills of war, who had learned everything, and he was very kind, tender, very handsome. Okay, blue-eyed boy of his father, Sir Roland the Wise. So Roland the Wise was worried about his youngest son. But after his death, Oliver never granted a school to this man, nor any specialized skills to him. Jacques, as such, has no role to play in the entire play. He comes only at climax and will let you know when and what will he say. This Jacques has nothing to do with our play. But that Jacques has definitely to do after some time. So coming back to this, that Roland the Wise state, Oliver himself kept the entire property and kept this Orlando regard of, in poverty of, any type of good skills. But he had learned all the skills like a clerk. And he was a very kind person. So the story went on. These cousins, Rosalind and Celia, grew up to be very beautiful persons. very beautiful ladies in Duke's palace. Similarly, Orlando also grew up to be a very handsome person. Till now they don't know each other. And Roland Wise died long ago. Right? So now, the story is Oliver and Orlando are fighting. They are quarreling. Orlando wants some money. Orlando wants some resources in furtherance with life. But Oliver is not doing. He says, you are a son of a villain. In that case, Orlando replied, you too are the son of that villain who bequeathed all the property to you, Sir Roland Wise. He gave the property to you by taking a promise that he will take care of us. You are not giving anything. So this way their life would go. Orlando was a neglected child. Now he is a grown-up man. So one day, Oliver's friend Charles came to meet Oliver and said, dear friend, I have come here secretly to tell you that secretly I saw your brother's name is enlisted in the list of people who will wrestle with you. There is a wrestling match to be held at Duke's Court, at Duke's Palace. It will be a big entertainment, but as far as I know, your brother Orlando is very tender. I will crush his bones and limbs, he will die if he comes to wrestle with me. As you are my good friend, I have come here to warn him, to ask him, to request him to withdraw from that particular wrestling match. But for Oliver, it was all very good news. Right? The Yama had come and knocked at the door and asked, should I carry Orlando? So Oliver acted all kind. He said, dear friend, you are right, but his waywardness I cannot control it. He doesn't listen to anybody. He is a very proud person. So let him go and wrestle with you. By that way, you will be teaching him some lesson. Even if you crush his limbs, I give you my permission. Okay then, I will ensure that his dues are paid, Charles replied. So the day came when there was a wrestling match to be fought in Duke's palace. Duke Frederick sent Touchstone and one or two lords to go and call both the women. One was his niece, another one his daughter. Celia and Rosalind to watch that match. So by then they came to know that there is one tender, handsome person who is going to wrestle with Charles. So it would be a great entertainment. So they went. Rosalind saw Orlando. It was love at first sight for both of them. Eyes exchanged all the messages without a word spoken. But then they could not say anything. Duke Frederick called Orlando and said, please don't fight. You are looking like a lamb in front of such a big mountain. Don't fight. No sir, I want to fight. Okay. Let it be said, I want to fight. Ladies, you speak to him. Ask him, request him not to play this wrestling match. So Celia went, I pray to you, I beseech you, sir, please don't play with this man. Nothing will go wrong. I will tell my father to cancel this match. And Rosalind also spoke. So looking at Rosalind and taking all chance pe dance or dance pe chance, he said, there is nobody to cry for me, dear ladies. I am all alone person in this world. I am happy that your good wishes are going with me before my death. I am happy if I am killed, no problem. At least I will get an honorable death. That two ladies came to me, they spoke to me, they are so soft to me, they are so kind to me. I will be happy. So don't worry about it. That created a type of emotional bonding. And in furtherance with love, Rosalind was just looking at Orlando, and Orlando replied, this way your strength has come to me. Let us see what happens in the wrestling match. The match started, all eyelids baited, that now this young lamb is going to be crushed by Charles. Unfortunately, in single combat, in a single blow, Orlando lay that Charles down on the floor. All stood up. Assistants and other people went and saw. He's not moving, Charles. In single combat. And Duke Frederick called from there, no more, stop it. Sir, I have not yet started, sir. You don't know my skills. Sir, I have not yet shown it. That created a different type of impression. Especially in the heart of Come, it's over. Take Charles away from here. Yes, young man, what's your name? Sir, my name is Orlando Device. Full name once again? Sir, Orlando Device. What is your father's name? Sir, he is no more. He was Sir Roland Device. What? The same Roland Device who was a friend of my elder brother Duke Senior? Yes, sir. Why, that way you are my enemy. Duke Senior is my enemy. You are my enemy. Had you come here with some other name, I would have rewarded you, given so much of money and fortune. But then, as your father is Roland Device, he is a disgrace for this kingdom. It's good that he is no more. Orlando became angry and said, my father was an honorable person. Every subject living in this kingdom knows this. You cannot disrespect my father like this. Come on, get out from this place. Was the order of the king, Duke Frederick. Two girls were very much disturbed. Especially Celia. My father is a poison. He is a disgrace. He sticks in my heart. He is a vain disdain. I don't know what to do. Rosalind said, I remember when I was a child, my father used to admire, used to praise Roland Device. They were such great friends. See how my uncle has listened to this. Anyway, so while he was waiting, secretly, both the ladies called Orlando in a room. Rosalind unclipped a necklace from her neck and gifted him. I will give to Orlando. Please keep it as a token of whatever you feel, whatever you say you know. So he took it instantly. And then they felt sorry for Duke Frederick. Duke Frederick noticed it from somewhere, and right from the moment both the girls had grown up to be beautiful ladies, and now his purpose is over. He wanted that Rosalind should stay with Celia just as a companion. As such, the purpose is over. Celia is grown up now. Celia is going to be the legal heirs. So now this relationship go away from this. And there was always a feeling of insecurity in the mind of Duke Frederick that Rosalind may do something and Duke Senior may come back and he be bans, because he himself was such a person, wicked person. So he always had that worry in his mind that the same thing would happen to him and Rosalind would be the boss. So anyway, he went and met Rosalind along with Senior, standing just beside Rosalind. Within a day, 20 miles from this kingdom, the circumference is, you will not be seen anywhere in and around 20 miles from this kingdom. You are banished from now on. Why, sir? What is my fault? Your fault is just one, that you are daughter of you must quit. Furtherance, you are poisoning my daughter. That is not good for the security of the kingdom, that legal heirs be poisoned by a person like you. I am feeding something which belongs to heart and not to mind. So I order you, it is a decree upon you, within this particular time, you must go away from this place. The king left. Now we come back for some time. We come back to Sir Roland Device's stage. Orlando was a winner. Oliver got the news. He could not digest that news. He was very angry. But then Orlando did not do anything, coming from Duke's palace to this place. While he had not yet reached the palace, here itself, at this point, their faithful servant, Orlando's faithful servant, who's that? Adam, is standing with a bag. Hello Adam, what happened? He said, you cannot enter this house. Why? Because your brother is mad now and he is going to burn your house at night. Today itself along with him. This is a plan. I heard it, I eavesdropped into the plan. He has 100 different ways to murder you today itself. I overheard. Adam was an old man, as he was a faithful servant of royalty wise. So he had become old. But this is my last service to you, dear Lord Orlando. You cannot be killed this way because your father told you to take care of Orlando. So we must run away from him. But where shall we go? Do we have money? I had saved 100 crowns under your father. I have that in my pouch. And if you clothes are there, let us run away from him. But where shall we go, yeah? Let us go somewhere. He was just like Katappa of Bombay. So both of them started running. They don't know where to go, but they started running to a certain point. Right? Now we come to this house. Again, both the girls are very sad, especially Celia. Celia was an incomplete person. If Rosalind had not. And Celia knew it. Celia could not live without Rosalind. It was more for Celia than Rosalind. That uncomfortable situation. So both thought for some time. She was not allowing Rosalind to go away. But Rosalind had to go because of the decree of a king, the duke. Now what to do? Celia then told Rosalind, I have a plan. What is that? I will also go along with you. What? Yeah. I will also go along with you. I cannot live in this kingdom. But see, you are legal heirs. You will be caught. You will be arrested. Your father will hang me. Will you tolerate that? That is not the plan here. The plan is, I will disguise myself as a country maid. I will stain my face with juices. I will look dimmer. I will not look bright. And by taking all the money, fortune, gold which I have got in my possession, I will move along with you. And what about me? You can manage and you have been decreed to go away from this place. You tell this is a country maid following me. As such, many people from Duke's palace had already shifted to Arden because they did not want to be ruled by Duke Prince. They wanted to go and live with Duke's. Because he was a very kind person there, he was living the life of a farmer, hunting, doing all sorts of things. No, you cannot go like this. I have devised a plan. I am a country maid. By that point in time, Rosalind was also convinced and she said, okay, I am taller than you. So I will dress myself as a boy. I will dress myself as a boy. Okay, then what shall be our names? See, I will be Jove's assistant. Jove is Jupiter, the god of all Roman gods. Jove's assistant was Ganymede. I will call myself Ganymede, the man. And what about you? You are a stranger, an alien person, Eliana. Good. So we will be brothers and sisters. I mean, I your brother, you my sister, both are countrymen and women. Brother and sister will be going to the forest of Arden. Celia wanted, and Celia had planned to go and live with her uncle. That point was clear. I don't want to live in this kingdom. I want to live only with my uncle who is living in the forest of Arden. So they planned it, but then they packed everything, they dressed themselves. At last, Rosalind had one more reservation. That was, and she told to Celia, see, you know that I look like a brother. I know that you look like a countryman. But both of us know that we are private properties. You are the heiress, I am also known as the queen. And my father being Duke Senior. be the king, I would have been the queen, or Alice. So we know that we are ultimately ladies. If somebody attacks us, don't worry about that. Because one person had always a very beautiful chemistry with Celia, and that was his touchstone. Touchstone is waiting for us. I have taken it in confidence. How? First of all, I called him and I told him we are running away from this place. So are you coming with us? No! I cannot disobey. Your father is the king, I am his servant. Don't forget that I am going to be the queen of this place. I am the Alice. What will be your condition? Just imagine when I become the queen and I banish you. I am coming. I am coming. So Touchstone was ready to. So all three of them also started intentionally moving to the forest of art. But they were traveling unintentionally to a place, and by the time they had started, they had already reached forest of art. At this point in time, it was very long distance. Adam, the old man, was very much tired, and he said this was his last service and that he is going to die, and he wants to be aging from Orlando. Orlando said, wait, I have something. There is somewhere at this point. You just sit here under this tree. I will try to find out some food for you. He found a lighted camp at some distance. He went. He saw that the table was laid. A royal person was sitting. 3 or 4 lords were sitting around him. 4 or 5 servants were serving. He was actually Duke Senior. Stop! Duke Senior was unmoved. Yes, dear child, you want something? You want food? He was unmoved because he had seen so many wars and these things are very simple. No, stop it by taking out the sword. No one will eat a morsel. Okay. You want food? Not I. My uncle. He is dying of hunger. I promise you, none of us will take single morsel till your uncle comes and joins. He will be waiting for you. He is a servant. So all brought that old man in the camp. All of them ate food. But before that, while they went there, as I now will talk about one person, Jacques. He is a melancholic character. He is never happy with himself. He won't allow others to be happy for whatever they do. He is always sad. Suppose his servants are hunting a lamb for dinner, a deer. You are hunting a deer. You are hunting a deer. Don't you have shame? You've got life. Now you know that, but then you have to eat something. You have to eat something, but that animal also brings something to you. And in you, you told us to. No, you just imagine the situation. Now that you are sitting on this thing, right? On this chair, this is made up of wood. You are a shameless creature that you are using this wood which is cut out of the tree. Had that wood not cut out of the tree would have lived. So what do you think? Shall we not sit on a chair? He won't give a solution, but he is always unhappy of certain things. If you are sitting, he is unhappy. If you are standing, he is again. Totally crack you. Walk gently. Okay, so that was his condition, but Duke Senior always enjoyed that company. So when Orlando had gone, Orlando and servants had gone to bring that old man, through Jacques, Shakespeare had given a very famous immortal dialogue in the form of this. Read out. All the world's the stage and all men and women merely players, they have their exits and entrances. It's a big one. I will show the video to you. He has described 7 stages of man, right from childhood to the second childhood, that is old age. The way. By that time, while he had described all that, they came and they started taking dinner. So after that, Duke Senior called Orlando and asked about his parentage. So he said, I am the son of Sir Robert Device. What did you say? Yeah, Jacques, my father is Sir Robert Device. Unfortunately, he is no. Oh, don't say anything to me. He was my best friend. From now on, I will be like your father, you will live here forever. I am your parent from now on, I take the charge of yours. Orlando was a happy prince now. Now he had shed all his frustration, sadness. He became brighter than ever. He was already a handsome fellow. When a person gets all food, all wealth, all privileges, he becomes idle. And in idleness, the person does the first thing is love or romance. So he came back to his rookie season, his romantic days, his own romance with Rosalind, without Rosalind, but he started writing the name Rosalind on each bark of tree, as you do on the benches. Gradually, he started writing love poems about Rosalind on the branches, on the barks of the tree, right? So by then, this team, Ganymede, Eliana and Touchstone had reached Forest of Pardon from some corner. They had reached. Right? Now I talk about them. So they reached the first thing, being ladies. No, he must look like a man called Ganymede and she must look like Eliana, Celia, but both are princesses. The first thing they wanted is not food but shelter. So they saw one person calling, coming from the corner. So Touchstone called him. My boss is calling him. What happened? Uncivilized person. This much is enough. My boss is calling. You do not belong to this place. We need your help. Come. Yeah, Ganymede. Ask him. What's your name? My name is Cody. We need one favor from you. What's that? We need shelter. Madam, what? Sorry. Sir, what to say? Sir, what to say? Sir, I am a shepherd. My owner has bought a house which you see there. I used to live in a shipboat, small. Now this man is selling all his flock and pasture to somebody. So by that way I lose my job. I have nothing to eat. Don't worry, come here. Go and tell him. Whatever the price is, we will give him more than double. We are going to buy this house. And all the flock and pasture, and you will be our shepherd. So by that way your job is also there. They had got a lot of money. So he went, the owner immediately agreed, so that house now belongs to Ganymede and Eliana. They also became settled, and became happy. Now they are living peaceful life, very happy in the Forest of Pardon. But they had come with a purpose to eat, to live with beauty, right? But now they have. So Eliana was roaming in the woods when she found a tree which Rosalind was. Oh my God, Rosalind. Next, Rosalind, then a sonnet. Then one day, she found Orlando carving out the name Rosalind. Even if she passes from nearby, Orlando could not have recognized Celia because she is Eliana. She went and told Ganymede, come with me, I want to show you something. What is that? So beautiful, so much of romance, but so unrhymed story. Touchstone is behaving like a snob there in that forest. Look, everybody, come here. You know I belong to city. I don't belong to you people. You people do not wash your hands after eating food, you know. See so much of fire in your palm. Shame on you. And behave properly wherever you meet, okay? And he is in love with one girl named Audrey. Audrey is a country girl, she is a goat herdess. You are a poetess, you know. When you are after the goats, you speak so well to them. You are a poetess. I'm so impressed. Audrey was unnecessarily attracted towards Touchstone. Touchstone was a very wise man while speaking. So Audrey was badly in love with Touchstone because he was a stranger from some other country. So one love story was clear, that was Touchstone and Audrey, both are in need of love. Now what is that love? I am a man. I need a woman in life. Will you marry me? I am a woman. I need a man in life. Will you marry me? Touchstone is not at all serious, but this lady is very serious. I belong to city. Audrey will go to city. She live in a city after marriage. Secondly, he from somewhere came to know that there is a man called William. I have not mentioned him in the list because his role is very small. To the extent, he belongs to the woods, and right from his childhood he is in love with Audrey. Both grew up together. So Touchstone came to know about something. So he asked Audrey, do you still love William? In front of you, nobody. Only you. So one day William came. William is a very simple, poor gentleman. You are William, right? Asrita. Are you educated? Celebrity. A little. What do you mean by a little? What do you mean by a little? You are standing in front of a scholar. You love Audrey? Will you marry her? What will you give her? Means any sort of luxury, some good life, sit in the forest. In the forest, in this woods. I am a learned man. I belong to city. If I marry her, I will give all type of happiness to her. And you give. And one thing more I would like to tell you. I know 150 ways to murder you. Still you wish to marry Audrey? Yeah, so that was the story, that's why I have not included it. So coming back to here. Now, there is another love story, which is one-sided love story. It is between Silvius and Phoebe. Silvius loves Phoebe. It is unrequited love. Phoebe doesn't like Silvius. The more Silvius wants to come closer to Phoebe, Phoebe goes far away. Phoebe is a beautiful lady. She is a shepherdess. So every time this used to happen. So I will stop it for some time here. I will go back to. So one day, Ganymede and Eliana found Orlando coming out stories. This Ganymede and Rosalind was doubly happy to see her lover there and to see an emotion which is scattered everywhere in the forest by the name Rosalind, that a person can love her so much. But she wanted the game to continue. One day, Duke too found out this Ganymede. What's your name? So my name is Ganymede. So you are a countryman here? Yeah. You look like my daughter. Okay, anyways. So now, Ganymede came when Orlando was writing the story. May I disturb you, Mr. I'm Orlando. What is his name? It's Rosalind, my love. So you are the person who is abusing our trees and woods. Don't you have shame? You are writing these names, and I told something about Jacques that day. Jacques is a person who is melancholic character. So he also stepped. You are writing on books as if you are using knife on my heart. So that was a bad humor which Ganymede never tolerated. She was chiding him because it was a sort of acting. He gave the serious note. So Jacques said, now, aren't you ashamed that you are writing on these woods and it is our property? We belong to this place, not you. I see you are from a different place. Yeah, I belong to France, I have come here. Right? Now I am living with you, senior. Whatever. I tell you one thing, don't write such things on it. No, I love Rosalind very much. What do you mean by I love Rosalind very much? I can die for her. Only homes die, not lovers. But I can do anything for her. Is it? It means you are love sick. You are suffering from a disease called love, and I must cure you. Nobody can cure me, sir. Nobody can cure me. I assure you, I can cure you. Sir, I am in such a love that I cannot explain to you. I am a lover by profession, right from morning to evening. After my breakfast, I come out and do my work as a lover and go back by evening. See, a lover is one who has unbuttoned his sleeves, which you have not. Lean person, which you are not. Blue-eyed sunken, which you have not. Your boots untidy or untied laces, which you have not. Torn throughout, bearded disorganized, which you have not. You don't look like a lover. You are a complete thorough gentleman, so you are suffering from love disease. But I can cure you. How? Every day you will have to come to me to get tuition classes. About what? About love, how to cure you. So what is the lesson? The lesson is your assignment is only one. Every day you will have to come. Imagine I am your Rosalind. You propose your love to me. But you are a man. Why should I propose to you, Rosalind? Suppose I am Ganymede. By that way, answering you in the form of Ganymede, I will bring down your love fever. Oh. But the person Ganymede is actually Rosalind. So that would have been a double difficulty for Ganymede. Once to act like Ganymede and then to act like Rosalind, because Rosalind is also emotionally very much in love with, and her emotions are more intense, but she has to cover her emotions because now she is proving herself to be a man. So every day he would come, so love classes had started, so these things were going on, right? So there is one more story between, as I said, Sylvius and Phoebe, one-sided love. Phoebe is totally repelling. So one day, Ganymede saw Sylvius and Phoebe, and how Phoebe was disrespecting Sylvius' love. So Ganymede went and said, aren't you ashamed of yourself? You will have to fast and kneel down in front of Lord to find a love named Sylvius. To shame on you. You are not a lady. You must be something else, not a lady. It is a big shame that a person who loves you so much, you are not at all looking at that person. Phoebe is all ears to Ganymede. Don't stop, sir. Please speak. Speak. I love your chiding. I love your scolding. Why? Because I love you. Because I love you more than Sylvius loves me. See, this cannot happen. I don't know. I love you. You look so good when you were scolding me. Phoebe, in love with Ganymede. Ganymede is a woman. See, this cannot happen. Please, keep distance from me. Don't talk like this. Whatever you say, I will love with you. There is no way out. Sylvius is all tormented, nothing to do. Now I stop the story for some time at this point, and I come back to Duke's palace. Duke came to know that his daughter has run away with. Immediately summoned Oliver and told, come here, my daughter, France property, the going to be queen, has been stolen by your younger brother Orlando. Within this much stipulated time, you have to bring her back, otherwise her entire property is confiscated and you need. Go and find out my daughter. He is not bothered about Rosalind. So Oliver also started his journey towards this particular. So every day love lessons would go, every day quarrel would take place. Right? Every day these things are happening. One thing is sure, Orlando is in love with. There is no clear status of. Right? So now Oliver was about to reach, and love class was going on here. And that day the lesson was on marriage. That Ganymede and Orlando are married. So every day they would take lessons. See dear, men are like April when they woo. They become December after marriage. And women will always remain May, the month of May, throughout, constant in love. April is the spring for enacting. The men are always spring when they propose. I can do anything for you. After marriage, they become cold like December. I want to die. I want to see your face. Maid is just love, always given by the maids and the wives. They never falter in their love. So this way they were doing. So marriage was about to happen when Orlando said, "Dear Rosalind, I am in Gamut. I need to go home. Duke Senior doesn't eat food without me. Give me a break, interval of 2 hours. After that I will take love lessons again." "No, you cannot go. Carry me along with you. Marry me and then we shall go together at Duke Senior's mansion." Just wait. Duke Senior will be waiting for me. I need to go. So he left. So while he was going towards Duke Senior's day, he found one person lying there under a tree, and a snake was curled around his head. And the lion was about to attack on that person who was laying. But lions do not attack somebody who is sleeping, assuming that the person is dead. So when Orlando, while going to Duke Senior's camp for having lunch together, and during this break of 2 hours, he found that the person who was sleeping there was no one else but his own brother, Oliver. The snake disappeared when it saw Orlando approaching, but the lion woke up and there was a fierce fight between Orlando and lion. By that time, Oliver also woke up. But by that time, though Orlando won and lion was killed, but lion had taken away a pound of flesh from Orlando. So now that Oliver, as two persons were waiting for Orlando, in place of Orlando, after 2 hours, Oliver reached there. "Is there anyone named Gary?" "Yeah, I am." "And Eliana?" "Yeah, I am." "See, I am brother of Orlando." Celia was very much, irritated at the name of Oliver, because she knew that Oliver had ruined the life of Orlando. "Are you the same person who mistreated his younger brother?" "Yeah, I was like that. Now I have changed myself." We cannot trust you. We cannot believe what we see. But I have come with a different case. See, this is the handkerchief of Orlando. This blood stain. And you say, "What happened to my Orlando?" I mean, what happened to Orlando? With this blood-stained handkerchief, I have come here to let you know that Orlando is wounded and he needs rest. He has bled a lot. So please forgive him for some time. He cannot come. He has given a reason for inability to come. Hearing this, Ganymede fainted. What happened to this man? Be a brave man, yaar. Helena cannot tell that this Ganymede is actually Rosalind. But then he recovered from senses. He came back to him. And then everything happened nice. The first thing in this particular conversation which happened is, within a few minutes, you remember at Arena there was love at first sight between Rosalind and here when Ganymede fainted there was love at first sight between and the first love story to be broken by Oliver to Orlando when he became healthy was, "See dear brother, I need not go back to the country. All the estates are your, Orlando. I am settled here as a countryman. I need to marry one woman. There is one good friend of yours, his name is Ganymede. His sister Eliana is a countryman. Have you seen her? Yeah, I have seen her. I want to marry her. I give you permission. Don't worry, Ganymede is my friend. Everything will be alright." Okay. Now, all things clear. Still, one thing is remaining. Celia is for Oliver. That stone is for Audrey. Sylvius is for Phoebe, but Phoebe is for. Now the fight has become intense. I should write. Oliver for, and there is one huh. So Oliver would say, "I for Celia." Chatstone would say, "I for Audrey." Sylvius, "I for Phoebe." Phoebe for Ganymede, Orlando for Rosalind, and Ganymede could say, I for no woman. But again that lady is totally impressed. He left frustrated. Who? Ganymede. Then Phoebe called Sylvius and said, see, I will marry you. What? Yeah. Can you do one thing for me? What? See, this man who is coming here, Ganymede, which I said, I wish to write a letter. Okay, I don't love you anymore. From now on, I will not disturb you. I will marry Sylvius. Right? So I will write one letter. Can you pass this letter to that person? Ganymede? Yeah, why? Actually, she wrote a love letter, intense one, about Ganymede. And Sylvius, foolish person, he went with the letter to Rosalind. I am Ganymede, and said, sir, now she doesn't love you. She loves me. This is the letter in which she has composed. When Ganymede, angry, but she could not handle it. But this was one story, a subplot. I for Celia, I for Audrey, I for Phoebe, I for Ganymede, I for Rosalind, I for no woman. This continued for a long time. Then Ganymede became angry and frustrated at last. He is the Sutradhar, he is the protagonist. Who said, okay, tomorrow all 4 marriages will be settled. In Duke camp, in Duke Senior's camp. How? Oliver, I am for Eliana. Touchstone, I am for Audrey. Sylvius, I am for Phoebe. Phoebe, I am for you. Orlando, I am for Rosalind. And you? For no. Rosalind. You want Rosalind. Orlando, if Rosalind appears in front of you, will you marry her? From where will you bring her? Somehow, if something happens and tomorrow she comes, appears in front of you, will you marry her? Yes, I can give away all the kingdoms, though I don't have any. So next day, all were ready. The brides and grooms, they came. And she took a promise from Phoebe, if there is no Ganymede in this planet, she will have to marry Sylvius. You know Ganymede? Supposing there is no Ganymede in this planet, will you marry Sylvius? Yeah. So they came, Duke Senior saw both the boys. Where are the girls? You said you will bring Rosalind, my beautiful daughter. But you resemble like Rosalind, seeing Ganymede, he said. Orlando said, sir, even for the first time when he saw this man, I thought he is your son whom you have thrown in the forest. But he says, no, I am a countryman. So this happened over. So immediately both the girls went inside. Both the girls went inside. They dressed themselves like Rosalind and Celia and appeared in front of all. Oh my God, what is this? Orlando was the happiest person. So Oliver got a better version of Eliana, that was Celia. Touchstone already with Audrey. Sylvius, I for Phoebe. Phoebe, I for Sylvius. As there is no Ganymede, you are the Ganymede, right? So love was so artificial between Phoebe and Orlando got his Rosalind, everything settled. At last, I told you there is one little son Jacques who is there. So Jacques comes in between. Sir, there is an announcement to Duke Senior. Now what is that? Sir, something strange has happened. What is that? Sir, Duke Frederick was very irritated and very angry because most of his subjects had shifted to the Forest of Arden and he was bringing to the Forest of Arden a huge army to kill you. But just at the borders, he met a hermit. Hermit means sadhu or a sage, who changed his mind, who showed him the right path. Now Duke Frederick has decided to live the life of a hermit and he has started living in the hermitage and has told you to return to the dukedom and be the king again. So that day was the luckiest, the happiest day for all. Duke got his dukedom, Duke Frederick became hermit, all got married. There was a lot of rejoicement in the in the Forest of Arden for the last night, and after that, all of them shifted to right, and the kingdom was again very happy. The entire story, as you like it, is like everything happened for love. Even as you like it. Sylvius, sorry, Phoebe, as you like. Okay, you are no more. You are going, okay, as you like it. As you like it. As you like it. So everywhere throughout, as you like it in the story. Duke Senior returned. As you like it. Okay? Thank you.